If you are so serious about making money, this is the channel for you.
Hello there and welcome in this lecture in which we're going to introduce you to Leonardo AI. So Leonardo AI is the free alternative to Midjourney to a specific degree. So you can use it to generate images. Now, of course, these images that you generate right here on Leonardo, they give you access to about 150 tokens every day, which is more than enough to allow you to generate about 7 to 8 images for free. But if you want to take things more seriously, then you will have to pay for the membership. Now, I personally pay for the membership and they give me access to a lot of tokens, which means I can generate a lot of images. So I can generate easily about 500 plus images using the membership, which is, by the way, not so expensive compared to other tools in the market. But now let's introduce you around this tool. Now, the only thing you need to know about this tool right here is that when you go to the website, click on Launch App. This will take you right here. You have a lot of buttons, and this might be a little bit overwhelming, but trust me, it is not. Now here on the homepage, they're showing you recent creations by the community. So these are recent images that have been created by the community. For example, this one might do extremely well on a wall art. And the great thing about Leonardo is that, just like Midjourney, but they also show you these particular prompts that the person has used. So you can decide to copy the prompt. Now, with Leonardo, the difference, though, is that there is negative prompting. So negative prompting means that you can put certain words that you don't want to be in your image. So if you want your image to not include certain things that you don't want to be in the image, you can just put them as a negative prompt, and that will help you refine your image or get the image that you want without having to worry about any other problem. You can see that these are some images created by the community, which are pretty awesome. And you can also click on the community feed from here, which is pretty much same to what we've seen, except for it will only show you the community feed. You can also check your personal feed. Now in the personal feed, you can see your own images that you have generated. And these are some of the images that I have generated. So you can see right here. Now, not safe for use images are actually not that bad images. So these are images that I have generated, but they classify them as not safe for use. And to be honest with you, I don't really pay too much attention to that because I usually use original prompts when it comes to my images. So I don't copy certain people's work, right? Now, in Leonardo, you have access to models. And now this training and data set is in case you want to create your own model. So if you're usually creating coloring books like these ones, now these ones are coloring books that I have personally created. But if, for example, you're creating coloring books, you can create a model that specializes in creating a type of book. Now, I would honestly recommend against that, but you can also train your own model to generate images. These are fine-tuned models. If you click on fine-tuned models, they take you to show you all the models that Leonardo, by default, judges as the best models out there. Every model has an application of why you should use it. So there are models that are pretty good for games like Dofus, like Wakfu. They can generate these types of images right here, which can do really, really fantastic in games. There are other models that can help you to generate animal characters, spirit creatures, cute characters, weapons. There are models that can generate pixel art, models that specialize more in realistic pictures, such as the photoreal model, this one here, and so on and so on and so forth. So every model has its potential and its powers. And here in the models, these are the platform chosen models. And of course, there are other models. If you click on the community models, you can see some of the other models that have been created by the community. So for example, here we have this particular model, which is a crypto dreams model. This can allow you to create an NFT character. You just have to click on generate with this model, and it will take you and allow you to create NFTs using that model. Now, of course, NFT characters, right? So that's what I meant by it. And of course, if you scroll down, you can see some other interesting models. If you're interested to create black and white portraits, you can create portraits with this, and so on and so forth. So basically, these are models created by the community. And if you like a specific model, so for example, if you like this one, you can just click on that model and you can click on follow. Now, I've already followed this, so let me click on another type or another model here, like this one. If you follow a specific model, that will be in your list of likes, and you can go to your list of likes right here, favorite models, and you will find all the models that you have liked. Now here, they're still not displaying. I think it takes about a minute. Let me refresh the page and see if that is going to refresh it. But generally speaking, normally after you like a model, you should see it here. Now, I still can't see it though, but that's okay. Now, if you want to generate an image using Leonardo, you have to click here on the image generation. And if you click on the image generation, you can select a specific type of model that you want to generate images with. So there's all sorts of applications, and we're going to learn as we go. That's the good thing about this course, is that I can make it a 6-hour course just about Leonardo right now, but I prefer to show you the basics of the tool and then later on to show you how you can utilize that tool, right? So pretty much here we have these models that you can choose from. So if you'd like to generate a image using Stable Diffusion, you just click on the Stable Diffusion model and it will select Stable Diffusion. You just write a prompt right here and you can generate a picture by clicking Generate. Now, pay attention to the number of images that you generate in one go. So for example here, I'm setting this up at 4 images at one time. So the images that are being generated are 4 images. So one prompt generates 4 images, but that consumes some credit. If I lower the amount of images, you can see that right now I'm only consuming 1 token like this, and this is completely fantastic. And the more images, the more tokens I consume. Also, the model, if you change the model, it also changes the number of tokens that you consume. Also, for each model, you have a specific size that you have to respect. For example, model Leonardo Diffusion XL, the size, the ultimate size for you to generate a good quality image with this model is 1024 pixels by 768. And right here at the left-hand side, you can see image dimensions, and you can see next, they're actually giving us a warning that the image size that we have selected is not the size this model has been trained at. So if we want to generate a perfect image with this model, we have to select the size. And as you can see right now, that warning has disappeared. Another interesting thing you have to know about these models is that some of them, they have access to alchemy. Now, alchemy is this particular little button here that you can toggle. After you toggle alchemy, right now, you can use any specific size, no matter the size. So if I use 1360 by 768, they're not going to give me that warning because alchemy makes sure that it generates a good quality image with these models in any given size. Now, of course, not to say that if you deactivate alchemy and choose a different size from the base model size, that is going to create a problem, because it's not, but it's going to affect the quality of the image. It's not going to be as you will like it. But alchemy gets rid of that, and there's only a select few of models that have access to alchemy, like Leonardo Diffusion XL, Leonardo Keynote, which was recently introduced, Leonardo Vision XL, and so on and so forth. Now, right here, advanced controls, you can select the size that you'd like this. These are sizes. And guidance scale, I usually don't really look at that. But there's also an interesting thing, which is image prompt. Now, image prompt or image to image, you just click on here on the Show Me button, and they will basically take you right here. And what you can do is you can upload an image. For example, here I've uploaded an image of myself, and I can transform this image right now into something else. So let's say, for example, I write here, superhero, right? And I can take this image, make sure that the image guidance is on by checking this box. I can control the strength, maybe 0.5. Now, the more you increase the strength, the more the image that they're going to generate is going to be different from the image that you've provided. So if now, assuming I'm choosing Leonardo Diffusion XL, now let me try Leonardo Keynote, also has access to alchemy, which is activated. I can click Generate. Now, these models, if you go to generation history right now, you can see the image being rendered in real time. Now, the prompt, I think, has not been processed yet. No, it has been processed. I'm selecting two images at one time, so they're going to generate two images. And the good thing about Leonardo is that you can generate images while other images are being generated. So you can change this prompt while the image guidance is on, which means we're using image to image feature. And as you can see right now, it has changed me. It changed my face completely, right? So from that picture into this picture, and I don't know if this looks like a superhero, but as you can see, that kind of changed how I look. Now, if I click on photoreal, this is another option, but first let's talk about negative prompting. So negative prompting is a way for you to ensure that certain things are not present in the image. So let's say, for example, we want to exclude black hair. You can click on choose or write black hair here. That will make sure that the image generated will not have black hair. So if I click on generate right now, I'm still having the image guidance on. So they're going to take into consideration the image that I have basically selected. And they're going to generate images from that of a superhero, except for the superhero is not going to have any black hair. As you can see right here, these are some pictures that I have generated. Now, even though I said black hair was a negative, but still, they basically included it, right? So, and these negative prompts are only available for other models except for photoreal. If you click on photoreal right here, you will not have the option to add a negative prompt. Now, one more thing I would like to explain, or there's still one more besides this, is the tiling feature. The tiling feature is what's actually going to help us generate patterns, and we can experiment with this. Now, let me deactivate the photoreal option from here, and let's select a basic model such as Stable Diffusion 2.1, and let's make sure that we go, for example, for a size of maybe this one, right? And let's say, for example, you want to generate frog tile. Now, this could be suitable for a phone case or something like that. If I type in frog tile right here, you can see that it's going to generate frog tile. Make sure that the tiling option is activated. That way, they're going to create a tile, except for the fact I failed to go to image guidance and I need to deactivate image guidance because they're still taking into consideration this image. So I'm going to deactivate, go back to generation history, and I'm going to click again on generate. And as you can see, the more options you choose, the more tokens you consume. So let me generate right now. Now, what they did is they've taken that particular image and they basically transformed me into something that I don't really recognize. But right now, it's going to basically generate a frog tile since I deactivated image guidance. So they're no longer taking into consideration the image which I have uploaded. So as you can see right here, frog tile is being generated. It can take as much as 60 seconds to generate an image. But there is one more feature I would like to show you. Not that this is the only feature, because there's a lot of many features that basically Leonardo is known by. But as you can see right now, it has generated a frog tile, which can be pretty cool for a phone case. Now we could add more. We could say cartoon frog tile. We click generate. What that will do is it will generate a cartoon frog tile. Now there's one interesting option about Leonardo, which is you can turn an image into a video. So let's take, for example, some of the images that I have created in the past. So let's take this particular image about chess. And let's say that I want to transform this into a video. All I need to do is to click on generate motion video. I can increase the strength of the video and click on generate. And it will take a couple of tokens, 25 to be precise in this case. And it will generate a video like these ones here that you see. These ones were actually just images, and I've managed to change them into videos. Let's go and look at the cartoon frog tile that is being generated. Now, cartoon frog tile, you can see that right now that changed a whole lot. We can see that this is a cartoon frog tile. We could change this to cartoon frog pattern, for example. Cartoon frog pattern while the other video is being generated. Let's just be a little patient here. The video is here being generated. The new prompt is here. And there's a lot of other features. Now, of course, what I have shown you right now is enough for you to explore the platform and to master how to use it. But this is enough basically because we don't really need to be experts at using this tool because what I'm going to teach you is going to make you an expert. Now have a look at this video that we have managed to create from an image that we have also generated using Leonardo. So using Leonardo to generate the image and turning that into a stock video that could also be sold on other platforms. And have a look right now at the effect of changing the prompt. So after we change the prompt, right now we have a beautifully looking frog pattern, or two beautifully looking frog patterns that we can use for different applications. You can already see the power of these tools in practice. Now, of course, I could change the model and that will change the entirety of the picture. So if I choose Leonardo Diffusion XL, I can just generate right now and just have a look at the difference. Now, of course, you can launch more browsers or more apps. So you can leave this being generated here and you can launch another app and you can go and explore more of the other features, which not really necessary for us right now to explore, such as the real-time generation, the canvas editor, which is pretty much a little bit like Photoshop, and then real-time canvas, which is also pretty much like Photoshop, except for it is AI. But generally speaking, what you have learned right now is valuable. So let me close this. And right now you can see that after I've changed the model from basically from the model which I have used at the beginning, which is Leonardo Stable Diffusion 2.1 to Leonardo Diffusion XL, notice that it makes a huge difference in terms of the images being generated, right? So even the quality is different. But from what I can see, the images generated by Stable Diffusion are actually even better when it comes to these frog patterns, right? So that's that. I hope that you've enjoyed these lectures so far. And I wish to see you in the next lecture, which is going to be about Midjourney. Stay tuned for it. Let me prepare you for Midjourney and then move on immediately to practice in the next sections. Passive Income Gen Z, wishing you the best and signing out.